Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Muhammad from Tamil Nadu, India. What is the correct time to offer Jummah Salah? Should it be offered before Zawal or after Zawal, as both are mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari? As far as the Jummah Salah is concerned, should it be offered before Zawal or after Zawal? The scholars have differed on this issue in two opinions. The first is that Jummah Salah, it needs to be offered at the same time that we offer the Dhuhr prayer, that is after Zawal. And the Jummah Salah, it cannot be offered before the time of Zuhr. It cannot be offered before Zawal. This is the first opinion. And this is the opinion of the Maliki, of the Hanafi, and of the Shafi'i. And this is the opinion of the majority of the scholars. And they give evidence for this opinion based on two ahadith. The first is the hadith of Anas radiallahu anh. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, wherein he said that the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he used to offer the Jummah Salah after the sun passed its meridian, after the sun passed its zenith. That is after the time of Zawal. And this is mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 904. And in fact, Imam Bukhari, in his compilation of Sahih al-Bukhari, in the chapter title, he has mentioned it, chapter number 16, that the Jummah time is when the sun passes its meridian or its zenith. That is after Zawal. The second hadith is the hadith that is mentioned in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 860. Salama bin al-Aqwa, radiyallahu anh, may Allah be pleased with him, he said that we used to offer the Jummah Salah along with the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, after the sun passed its meridian or after it passed its zenith, referring to after Zawal, and we used to go back and try to seek the shade. So these are the ahadith that the first group of scholars quote, and this is the opinion of the Jumhur, of the majority of scholars. The second opinion is that it is permissible to offer the Jummah Salah before the time of Zuhr, before the time of Dhuhr prayer, and it is permissible to offer the Jummah Salah before Zawal. And this is a narration of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Riwayah anil Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. And it is also the opinion of Ishaq bin Rahway, rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy on him. And this narration of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he differed as far as what is the timing that it can be offered before Zawal. One opinion is that it can be offered 1 hour before Zawal. The other opinion is that it can be offered even before that. But the second group of scholars say that you can offer Jummah Salah before the Zawal, before the sun has passed its meridian. And they base this on a number of ahadith. The first is the hadith of Ja'far bin Muhammad from his father, that Jabir bin Abdullah radiyallahu anhu, he said that we used to offer Jummah Salah along with the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and later on we used to go back and we used to give our camels a rest, the camels that used to carry the water. And Hassan asked Jarir bin Abdullah radiyallahu anh, when was this? So Jabir bin Abdullah, and Hassan asked Jabir bin Abdullah, when was this? So Jabir bin Abdullah radiyallahu anh, may Allah be pleased with him, said that this was at the time of Zawal. That is when the sun has passed its meridian. The second hadith, and this hadith is mentioned in Sahih Muslim, And the second hadith is the hadith that is mentioned in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 860, that Salama bin al-Aqwa, he said that we used to offer salah along with the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, referring to the Jummah salah. And when we used to go back, we would not find any wall offering shade. So these are the ahadith that the second group of scholars quote, who say that Jummah salah can be offered before zawal, before the sun has crossed its meridian, its zenith. But even the second group of scholars, they do not say that it is haram, it is prohibited to offer Jummah salah after zawal, after the sun has crossed its meridian. So all the scholars unanimously agree that you can offer Jummah salah after the sun has crossed its meridian. Certain scholars say that it can be preponed and you can offer Jummah salah before the zawal, before the sun has crossed its meridian. This is the second group of scholars who say that Jummah salah, it can be offered before the sun has crossed its meridian, before the zawal. Now if we analyze the first group of scholars, that is the majority of group of scholars, the Hanafis, the Malikis and the Shafis, wherein they say that Jummah salah has to be offered after zawal, the same time as Zohar. The ahadith that they give as evidence, they are clear-cut ahadith which say that our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which say that the Sahaba, they offered the Jummah salah after zawal, after the sun had crossed its meridian. Whereas the second group of scholars who say Jummah salah can be offered before zawal, they quote ahadith as evidence, whereas it is only the interpretation of the ahadith, it is the understood meaning. In none of the ahadith it says that the Prophet or the Sahaba, they offered the Jummah salah before the zawal. And the first hadith that they quote is the hadith of Jabir bin Abdullah, wherein the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he offered the Jummah salah along with the Sahaba, and then the Sahaba, they went back and they gave their camels a rest. And this was at the time of zawal. This hadith, nowhere it says that the Prophet, peace be upon him, offered Jummah salah or the Sahaba offered Jummah salah before the zawal. What does it mean? It means that the Sahaba, the Prophet, peace be upon him, they hastened to offer the Jummah salah the moment it was time for Jummah salah. That is the moment it was time, same as the Dhuhr prayer. That is after zawal. Because they wanted to offer salah at its stipulated time, and they did not want to postpone or delay the Jummah salah. And then when they went back, they gave their camels a rest. The second hadith, that the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Sahaba, they offered the Jummah salah, and later on when the Sahaba, they went back, they did not find any wall offering them shade. This hadith does not mean that there was no shade of the wall, but it rather means that the shade was less, which means that the passerbys, the people who were passing by, they did not have enough shade to rest in. And we know at the time of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the walls, they were very small. So there was not enough shade for the people to take shade and to rest in it. And even this hadith, nowhere it says that the Prophet, peace be upon him, or the Sahaba, they offered the Jummah prayer before the zawal. And even according to Imam al-Nawawi, he says that all the ahadith which say that the Prophet, peace be upon him, offered the Jummah salah, and certain scholars, they try to interpret it and say that it is referring to offering Jummah salah before zawal. All these ahadith, they indicate that the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Sahaba, they hastened to offer the Jummah salah so that it be offered at its correct time, at its stipulated time, and so that they do not postpone the Jummah salah. And when Shaykh bin Abdul Aziz bin Baz, rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy on him, when he was asked regarding this, that can Jummah salah be offered before zawal? So he said that it is permitted to offer Jummah Salah before Zawal, but the better option and the safer option is to offer Jummah Salah after Zawal. That is, after the sun has crossed its meridian, khurujan min al-khilaf, in order to move out of the difference of opinion. And even when Shaykh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy on him, when he was asked regarding can Jummah Salah be offered before Zawal, even he said that it is permitted, but the safer and the better option is that Jummah Salah be offered after Zawal, which is the opinion of the majority of scholars. So we understand that the majority of the group of scholars, including the Hanafi, the Maliki and the Shafi, and even when Shaykh bin Abdul Aziz bin Baz and Shaykh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymeen, rahimahumullah, may Allah have mercy on them, when even they were asked, they said that it is better and safer to offer the Jummah Salah after the Zawal. So the safest and the best option is that Jummah Salah, it be offered after the Zawal, after the sun has reached its meridian, after the sun has crossed its zenith, so that we stay out of the difference of opinion. So the safest and the best is that Jummah Salah, it be offered after the Zawal, after the sun has crossed its meridian. I hope that answers your question.